Destructive tornado hit the town of Eureka late last night. It happened around 10. Mark Davidson joins us live to continue our team coverage this morning with what we know. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning once again, Katie. Activity has really picked up in this area in probably the last 10 or 15 minutes this morning, and you have to assume that's because the sky is starting to lighten and the sun is making its way up. You can see behind me cars are starting to pass through an area that's been barricaded off for the media, but you can only assume this is residents now getting their first look at the damage left behind by this storm as we start to make our way into daylight this morning. Let's take a look at what we found last night immediately after the storm that hit about 9:45 or so. There was just a tremendous amount of damage, and it was basically confined to the north and northeast portions of Eureka. There were trees that were splintered, and there were roofs torn off of houses, windows shattered, of course, sheds moved out of yards into a neighboring yard. It's the typical things that we see from a tornado of this size. Linda Bartholomew lives in Eureka here, and she was able to take a look at her property immediately after that storm hit, and did so with mixed emotions.
The damage to the trailer that we also own north of our house is totally gone. It's no longer there. Took it, left ours. Left the one we really needed.
All right, and officials here in the area just wrapped up a press conference within the last 30 minutes or so this morning. Let's bring in Molly Brewer. She was there when we heard from the fire chief here in Greenwood County. Molly, what's the very latest and what new information have we found out so far today?
Right, Mark. The latest information is that as soon as daylight hits, which we're about at that point now, and you can see that there have been crews going up and down the streets, they are going to begin that secondary search, and that's going to include double-checking every single house, this time for damage, now that they have gotten that first assessment out of the way and found so far no injuries and no fatalities. If you can see, we've got video from the severe studio storm chasers that tornado, it's a miracle that no one was injured during that. And like I said a little earlier, that tornado appeared to have jumped around the town because certain houses seem to be touched, certain houses not touched. You can see trees down in one block, and the next block it looks completely untouched. Last night we did speak with the emergency manager for Greenwood County, Levi Vinson. He said that, again, they had a great response time, and he believes that that's what helped save so many lives.
I credit National Weather Service. They gave us ample warning at least 15-20 minutes prior to the tornado hitting our area. We were notified and sounded the emergency alert, outdoor warning sirens. So the leeway that they provided us, I think, is what benefited us on the lack of injuries.
For the people that are in town, the Red Cross has set up a station that people can go to. It's at the United Methodist Church here on Main Street. And any volunteers that want to help out when daybreak completely comes through, they will be welcomed at the east side of the high school here in Eureka. They did say that there will be another media briefing at 10 o'clock this morning, so of course we'll give you the latest updates then. And as well, we'll continue to check on and make sure everything we've got the latest information. Mark?
Also, the Red Cross hosting a community breakfast coming up at 6 o'clock this morning, so it actually just started within the last few minutes this morning at the Matt Samuels Community Center. So if people just want to get together, spend some time with friends and join together in solidarity, they'll have a chance to do that. That is what we know for now from Eureka. With Molly Brewer, I'm Mark Davidson. Katie, let's head back to you.
No doubt that daylight will help folks see just how bad the damage is out there. Thanks, Mark and Molly. We will check back in just a little bit.